Hello, YouTubers. Uh, Interestingly enough, just before I turned on this thing, I was cracking my neck and it went crack, crack, pop, 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 and Paul was doing the same thing with his back. Now, he's had a little bit of a lower back, well, not quite sciatica problem today, but, this, for all you guys out there who are in your late 20s and early 30s,
Look out!
Even when you sort of are, not really horribly abusing yourself.
With your exercising, running, jogging, lifting weights and shit, your joints are gonna crack and pop and crunch.
Yes, it's like a tambourine some mornings
When
getting
you
in and out of the
stretch.
shower. You got, crickety crack,
Get
you
out of bed.
step over the tub, crickety crack, crickety crack.
Do that great middle of the night stretch in bed where you lay out, finally get comfy on your back. You're just gonna crunch away.
Well, so, having moaned and groaned a little bit about that. Now, my initial thesis today or idea was, I went over to Staples the other day, and I bought 2 reams of paper because I'm almost done with my first ream of paper from my first print, from my printer since I started. This is from September to now, and I'm on. I of course have run through the little introductory ink on the printer. I'm about halfway down on the big extra volume inks on the printer. So I took the little, the 4 canisters that they like you to recycle or go in for a credit or this, that, and the other nonsense. Well, yeah, and then so I had to buy some other stuff, and so it's interesting. Staples sends me every day. I mean, almost every day. It sends me coupons. Buy this, buy that, buy this, buy that. Well, it's not for anything I want to buy. I mean, I don't want to buy a suite of office furniture. I don't want to buy any Windows-based machines. I don't necessarily want to buy a case of paper. I mean, my Lord, this place is cluttered. You've seen it. It's cluttered. I don't need to have anything more stuff sitting around.
Yeah, it looks like the recycling flipped over.
Well, indeed it does, and so I went in and I took this stuff to this woman at the desk, and I said, I want to turn these in and get whatever, or just you guys like to recycle these. So I got to buy some other stuff, so I went and I fetched the things I need to buy, 2 reams of paper, a 12-pack of batteries, Duracell Ultra copper tops, by the way. Don't buy cheap batteries. And, and some tape, various varieties of tape, because I like to tape all my envelopes shut when I mail letters because I don't trust the glue, and when I drink beer I try to save the bottles and put them back in the boxes, and I like to tape the ends shut. So this stuff will last me a long time. $55, guys, $55. Now I get I go check out, and this stuff starts spewing out of the cash register area, like,
They run it all up separate.
Well, no, it all came out in one strip, but somehow it sort of seemed to cut off. Oh, wait. Oh, something fell. And then check this out. So now here, basically you're buying some tape and some paper, and look at all this stuff. So apparently, in theory, Say, do you have a Staples reward card? Well, no, not on me. What's your phone number? Fine, that's fine. So, well, and then there's this whole gobbledygook about, well, if this happens, when the sun rises over Antares, and if you're thinking right, then you're going to get some discounts that might be happening if it's very much like that scene in Monty Python's Meaning of Life when John Cleese is talking, he's a schoolmaster, and they're saying, well, if you hang your jacket on the lower peg, but only if you've written your letter home, to your parents, but not if you have a younger brother, and then so it's very much like that kind of stuff. So so I said, well, let's just do it online. Well, so I did do it online, and I'm assured by the online site, we shall see, won't we, that my check for $6 will be in the mail. So the check is in the mail. Isn't that great? You just have to love this kind of stuff. You do. So that was yesterday. I went and got. Oh, well, I did that on the way to. Well, of course, on the way to the mailbox where I mailed off, Paul's taxes, my estimated taxes, my various donations to political candidates, the electrical bill, the cable bill. That's the most important one of all, obviously.
It's a big bill.
A credit card bill, and I think that might. Oh no! Well, there were. I copied off some stuff for some people at church that don't have computers. Okay, so I did that. So then I went up to church, for the Bible group. Well, I'm not going to bore you with a lot of the internal dynamics of that particular group meeting. But I'm here to tell you that it's very discouraging. It's just very discouraging, very disheartening. Not losing hope. I'm traveling hopefully. I don't know as I have to travel hopefully with this particular group of people, though. Now that does, unfortunately, that means I might have to leave, this group of people, but I don't want to do that. I got to find some sort of middle ground where I can sort of keep contact with these folks and yet not have to listen to their nonsense about the truth of the revealed Word of God. Now, okay, so I've had that say. Now we'll move on. Paul's irping. Oh.
Excuse me.
Well, so finally today, I was able to extract from our parish administratrix who we pay $15,000 a year, by the way.
Sit there and be brainless.
Well, no, she's not brainless. She's just incompetent. No, she's very diligent, but she's incompetent. And she's got an attitude problem, as a lot of people who are bad employees do have. And so she finally, posted the newsletter and the schedule and all this. And, it was bad. Well, of course, once we got that, it was awful. I'm not going to show you. It's again, I have flogged this into the ground. But suffice it to say that old Joe here is going to be doing some serious thing about how to manage his time in relationship to going to this church. Oh, it's just, well, that happens. So, okay, fair enough. Now, the big story, and I'm going to try to cut this down a little bit, is my ex-wife has been imploring me to help her, get computerized again. Well, and I think I've alluded to this before in some of these things. And I spent a moderate amount of time this afternoon on the phone with her. And it's just like, I've talked about being a salmon. It's just like upstream, swimming. Oh no, I mean, every single thing you say, you get, instead of saying, oh, I want to hear what you have to say about this so that then I can figure out how to do this, use this machine. You don't, no, that's not what you hear.
This time he's got to dodge the Kodiak bear's mouth to continue on up the.
Well,
his little eggs.
Well, yes, that's to take the metaphor, to reality. But it's just somebody's offered to help you, go out and drive you around and help you and set thing up and try to explain to you over 3 or 4 or 5 day periods. And even before it happens, you're getting pissed and moaned at. So I finally just said, well, God bless you. Go with God because, you're clearly not being receptive to this, and there it is. So we shall say, well, isn't it great that God didn't make us straight? That whole thing about my ex-wife, I can explain that at a certain point. But every day I get up, well, as I look out on the creek bank and I thank God for giving me a new day, I also thank God for not making me straight. I don't know what Paul does, but I assume he probably has similar sentiments. Paul?
Oh, I just love how beautiful it is here.
Well, yes. Well, so maybe Paul doesn't ponder his sexual orientation.
I've never had to.
Notice I didn't either. But I knew fully well when I stood up there and swore before God when I was getting married that I was lying to God. I was lying to God. That's a sin.
I never married.
Well, that's right. No, Paul has a far firmer moral standing than I do in this case. Absolutely he does. Expediency sometimes rules. I'm not saying that's good. I'm just saying sometimes that happens. So here we are, guys. So now, I guess we'll say bye-bye, YouTubers, unless you have anything to say.
Well, my parents want to know, about me getting married and stuff, and I said, why? I said, what's mine is mine, and what I make is mine, and I'm going to keep it. Why marry somebody, and then if it doesn't work out, they get it. And I wasn't going to give it up. So.
I worked with a surgeon that, he was living with his fourth wife.
Which one?
Well, I'm not going to use no names, no pack drill. He was living with his fourth wife, and then he was also talking in the lounge with a couple of other surgeons that had been married 2 or 3 times. And the general consensus was that, now, see, these are straight guys. I mean, these all were straight guys. These aren't like closet cases. These are straight guys. The general consensus was that it'd be far cheaper. It'd be far cheaper to go out and find a woman that you don't like. Go out to a bar, find a woman you don't like. Go out, say to a rest area, and find a woman you don't like. And buy her a house every 8, 9, 10 years than to get married. Because financially it'd be about the same hit. And also it'd be less financially a hit because of the whole pension program things, given the new laws now. So that's just a thought.
Or you can just do a contractual marriage agreement thing.
Well,
before
no. You
get
can't
married.
make a contract contrary to state law. So there it is. Okay, so
Well,
now,
that's dumb.
well, no, it isn't dumb. That's you can't make a contract contrary to state
Come
law.
on, merging
No,
corporations do it.
no, not contrary to state law. You can't do that. So I'm going to, while Paul and I, engage in this little legal discussion, I'm going to sign off now. So bye-bye,
I thought you
YouTubers.
could. I'm sorry.